Kristin. I'd like to bring her right up.
How's everyone doing? Okay, is it just me? Last night I was trying to watch TV and there's really nothing on. I mean, there's so much reality TV on these days. Do you agree? I can't stand it, you know? And there's nothing real about it. I mean, it's so fake, phony, and staged. I mean, there's like 90 cameras and we actually sit home eating popcorn like, oh my God, I can't believe this just happened. But I was a victim to it, I have to admit it. I mean, I used to love the Real Housewives of Bravo, you know? I just used to watch all the time, but then one day I realized like my brain felt like it was kind of melting. And then I said, you know, they should really name it like the fake and phony housewives. You know, like the backstabbing bitches of Bravo, you know? Friends like this, who needs enemies? But you know, I mean, these women, they have like personal trainers, chefs, nannies. I mean, their closets are bigger than most of my friends' living rooms. And they're still miserable, I don't even get it. I mean, the Real Housewives that I know, they're fighting over like juggling a job, carpool, sports, trying to keep a clean house, put food on the table, and find some place where they can go bang their husband without the kids interrupting them, you know what I'm saying? But no, I have to be honest, like I'm a bartender also, so I kind of love the Real Housewives because it really gives me entertainment on a nightly basis. You know, like when they come in and they want their espresso martinis, and I just kind of look at them like, oh God, ladies, you know Bravo's not coming to Boston. We're not doing the Real Housewives of Linfield, sorry. And does your daughter know you have your tiara on her head? Can you please take it off? It's embarrassing. Another thing that I think is pretty funny is the Kardashians, like they just keep procreating like we're never gonna be done with them. I mean, speaking of fake, they're so full of plastic. I think they're like cyborgs that's trying to kill us all, you know? Please, if they could just end it, it'd be really great. But another thing that I think is great about our reality TV is I think that we should have like real families. I think my family would be really great. You know, like my parents divorced when I was a kid. My dad moved out of state for a couple of years. My mom got remarried. You know, he missed all the drama. Then he moves back when all the grandkids come around because he realized family's important, you know? And then he comes home and we're like, it's Christmas, what do we do with them? Shit, my mother's like, oh, just bring them along. So we're just one big happy family. So you want to talk about a reality show? We should put a camera in my house on Christmas Eve. It's pretty entertaining. But it's really great that he's around. The grandkids love seeing him. And you know what I really love? Sometimes when I need a ride, like the other day I was going to the Red Sox. So I said, hey, Dad, can you give me a ride to the train? He's like, sure. So we pull up, and then he looks at me really serious, and he goes, do you know what to do with your pocketbook? And I kind of looked at him confused, like, did you just hit your head, Rip Van Winkle? Did you just wake up from a 30-year nap? And I kind of realized he probably did, because I'm still like his 9-year-old daughter, like, Daddy, what do I do with my pocketbook? No, I'm a grown woman. This really been helpful when I lived in New York and I was stepping with like drug addicts and like alcoholics on a nightly basis on my way home. That would have been really helpful. But since we're doing teachable moments with Tony, do you want to go over anything else? Like maybe like what kind of men not to date? Oh, and I've been married for 20 years. Where kids have come from? Oh, my son's 16, so let's just keep moving on. But no, I love my dad. Like really, like, you know, he means well and he has a good heart and like we're really a lot alike. Like he's demanding and kind of like the type of guy that's in the restaurant, he's like snapping at the waitress to come over to him. And I'm not that bad, but at least I learned to get what I want. Another thing that I really learned from him is like what not to do in marriage. He's been married 4 times, unsuccessfully. He always went for the trophy wife, you know, like someone that was a little bit older. My older sister was like kind of weird. But the thing that's interesting about trophy wives is they're kind of like sports cars. Like they're fun to drive, but they suck in the snow and they're expensive to upkeep, you know what I mean? But no, the best thing I ever learned from my father is like how to like deal with like obnoxious lines from men. And I'm a bartender, so I really learned at a young age. My dad would go to a restaurant and he'd be like, hey, darling, what's your name? Another night he'd be like, I don't have my glasses. What's the specials? And she's like, oh, the specials tonight are prime rib. And he'd be like, oh my God, does that really work? And like 3 weeks later, she'd be at his house for dinner. I'm like, oh my God, they find him attractive. I can't understand that. But then I would go to work and I was really prepared. So like a lot of guys were like, Kristin, if you weren't married, I'm like, wouldn't it be with you? You're here 5 nights a week, asshole. And then also I started bartending in the 90s, and that's back when like we had like the man show and we had like juggy contests and trampoline girls. So every guy would be like, there was a lot of silicone going around back then. So men would walk and be like, Kristin, quick question. I'm like, what is it? Tits, real or fake? I'm like, oh, these 34C and you'll never see. That's my time. Thank you so much, everybody.